Hello guys, welcome back to our VMware Horizon 8 training videos, and this is my sixth video. In this video we'll be creating and configuring the events database. So like we can create an events database to log Horizon events to an SQL server instance. Like what exactly the events will be like recorded is like alerts that report system failures and errors, end user actions such as logging and stopping desktop and application sessions, even administrator actions such as adding entailments, sorry, entailments, and creating desktop and application pools, statical sampling such as recording the maximum number of users over a last 24 hours of period. So where this is the place where we will give the database server name, then port number, it's also default. So even a database name and password. So we'll go ahead and start installation. So I've already downloaded SQL Express from the Microsoft site, and just downloaded and just copying the setup file to our one of the server, like our DB server. So installation file is copied. So now we will run the file. So before that we need to install .NET framework 3.5, or else what happens is while installation it will ask for missing components, and we need to do it in middle of the installation. So this is very much pretty simple. Go to manage, add roles and features, then go to features and select .NET framework 3.5 and click next. So this installation will take a few minutes. uh, just we need to wait and watch till it's completed. So just I will pause the video and we'll get back once it is done. So .NET framework installation is completed. Now we'll start the installation of SQL Express. Just double click it, and even you can run as administrator. Just click yes. Initially it will extract all the installation files. So here you are able to see couple of server names. I'm using this old file, use the same server names all in my previous video, that is 7.11. So you'll be able to just see security server, which is no more, it's deprecated in Horizon 8. And even bottom I have mentioned the requirements and what all we will be doing in this video. So if you see, like step 1 is install SQL Server Express and SQL Server Management Studio. We need to enable authentication for SQL Server, create a new database, and create a new SQL Server authentication account. Once that is done, we will be configuring the database in the Horizon and we will verify. So still installation is in progress. So like as we discussed about deprecation, uh, like a security server, view compose server, these two was deprecated in VM Horizon 2008 2006 version, and upcoming versions you won't be seeing the option at all. So if you are migrating from 7.13 or 7 version to 8, make sure that these components are disabled and removed before you migrate. So let's wait and see the installation process for SQL Server. I'm just stopping the video for now, and will be completed, will be coming back. Okay, like now we are in next screen to install SQL Server. So we will be installing standalone. So just click on the option 1. So if it is a production, we will be using the SQL Enterprise Edition, but this is a test environment. That is the reason I am using the Express Edition. But there is nothing difference in installation process or configuration the things. Uh, just only the version difference, that's it. So just accept the license and click next. We are not going to look for any updates. Click next. So it will be listed the tasks and the status. So it's in progress now. So like I'm just showing this installation process. Most of the people knows how to install this, but for the beginners whom don't know the basic installation process, I believe that this video will be helpful. That is the only reason I am doing this, or else it's really boring for the people who are already aware of this. So here, like in general, we are not going to select all the listed options. Very few will be selecting, but as this is a test environment, I just went through all. Generally, a couple of what happens is if you select all which not require your disk usage will be more. If you go through the documentation, like it says what all are required components, you can just install that. So click next. So in specific, if you want to know, you can just mail me. I can share the list of required SQL components. So you need to wait. Okay, so here the instance is a default named instance, but we are going for default, that is MS SQL Server. Go for default instance and click next. So like service accounts, we'll be leaving it for default. So even like in production also you can go for it. Click next, and in the next step it will be asking for Windows authentication mode, where you can add the SQL Server administration accounts. Like already I'm logged in as HVO admin, so it took default, but even I'm adding administrator, domain administrator, so that if anything require I can do that also. Just click next. So here this is for reporting service and negative mode, which will do is if you select install and configure, it will do the both, or else it will install and leave it. So we have selected option 1. So this process will take little bit of time, so we need to wait and see. So we are done with our step 1. So the installation which I'm having, which I downloaded, so here you're able to see everything looks succeeded. So if you go to the SQL Server 2014, all components are listed. So now we are with step 3, where like Step 2, where authentication for SQL server need to be enabled. So we just open the SQL server configuration manager, where like we will be enabling the uh, TCP IP and named pipes. So for MySQL we are doing this now. So just right click and click enable for both TCP IP and name pipe. After that we need to reboot the service so that the changes takes effect. So here just right click and click restart. So step 2 is done. Now we need to go to our SQL Management Studio, which is installed by default. I have downloaded the package with Management Studio. So now we will be creating the new database for Horizon View events. So so now it's loading. So click on connect, give the server name if you are using it from external outside the server. So just expand the database. Yeah, before that, creating the database, we need to go to security and select the SQL server and Windows authentication mode, which is mandatory, and click OK. And again, we need to restart the service for that effect to be taken place. So now we will create the database. Just right click on the database and new database. So we are on step 3. So give the database name. So we are given Horizon DB as my database name, and click OK. So here we are able to see database is created. So right click and go to properties. You can see the like what all the available configuration in the database. Then we need to create the account. For that we need to go to security, then logins. Right click on logins and new logins, and create a login name. uh, I will give horizon admins and select SQL Server Authentication. Give the password and make sure to keep the password handy because we will be using the same login name and password in our horizon server while configuring the events DB. So we need to uncheck enforce password policy, and we should make sure to click that default database as horizon DB, and we need to go to user mapping, where we need to select the horizon DB and owner DB owner in the database role and click OK. So configuring the database part is done from SQL Server. Now we log into our so here step 3 is done. Now we'll log into our VM Horizon with our HVU admin account, domain account. We logged in, go to event configuration, click edit, and here we need to give the database server name, uh, which is my like 192.168.183. So here give the database name and username password, and just a quick tip, never install IIS and SQL Server on a both roles on same server, because you may get issues with the SSL like in the registry it gets disabled, then your database service will go down till you fix it. Better to keep the roles in different servers. So here table proxy prefix I have given event. It's not mandatory, anything you can give. So once you click OK, you are able to see that my database is connected. If you go to events, you will be able to see the events getting generated. So I have just refreshed just to see the settings, but it's not required in general. So if you go to events, you'll be able to see that my user event is already generated, and I'm able to see that. So our database configuration is successful here. So you can see all details like my database server, port number, everything here, and our configuration part is done. So for any suggestions or queries, please reach out to my mail ID vstudentblog@gmail.com. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.